Commanders were one of the best, if not the coolest story of the season.
The burgundy and gold is back out everywhere you look. One of the biggest surprises of the young NFL season, the Washington Commanders moving in the right direction.
Welcome into Command Center Postgame, live from Detroit, brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. Live from the sidelines of Ford Field is your host, Brian Colbert Jr., joined by Super Bowl champion Brian Mitchell and Mr. 8 to the 9, Santana Moss.
Welcome into Command Center Post-Game Live presented by Nissan. Your final score, 45
31.
to 31. Your
Hell
Commanders get the win in Motown. Over here at Ford Field, Brian Colbert Jr. here with Super Bowl champion, future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell. Mr. 8 to the 9 said Santana Moss. Fellas, they counted us out. They were sleeping on us, but why not us? We got the win here in
baby,
Detroit,
we know, baby.
And now we move forward.
Well, you know what? This guy, they were talking so much trash out there. I told them before the game, I had more Super Bowl rings in their damn whole franchise. And guess what? It's still true because they won't be going anywhere. But listen, after the trash talk, I'll say this. This team has proven how coachable they are, how much they care for each other, and how poised they can be under pressure. You look at this thing. Jared Goff has been playing this game a long time. He's a guy who I think is a damn good quarterback. 5 turnovers today on him. Jayden, 0. We have a like they just showed this little thing saying magic and the magician. Jayden is a magician.
I mean, it was a special team win. I think one of the things that stood out to me is just talking about the turnover game and then the sacks. You know what I mean? We knew that, this Detroit Lions team was going to give us different kind of looks and going to bring guys here and there. They waited till the second half to do so, but we still had an answer, man. That's what we do. We have answers for the test, and Jayden went out there and was phenomenal.
Jeremy, I mean, the interception to seal the game in one of the biggest moments that I've ever been a part of, playing here, covering the team. Walk us through the moment.
Man, I'm just so happy to be a part of this team right now, man. Hey, had the opportunity. I mean, saw Goff run through player. Let's just go home. Let's end it. Let's end the game with a knee. We talked about it, how we going to end this game, and that's what we did.
And also, like, the brotherhood of this team, the connectedness of this team. Talk about how important that's been making this playoff push.
Man, it's been great. I mean, we just want to keep fighting with each other, man. We just want to keep going. We just want to keep fighting together, keep this team together, and that's what we're doing right now, man.
We want to see you keep playing. Good luck, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
It's time for today's Never Ordinary Moment, presented by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And Never Ordinary Moment goes to Quan Martin for the huge pick 6 in the first half. Really set the tone for this defense, B-Mitch.
He set the tone. I think we saw early they were a quick hit offense. But we always say if our defense just give us 1 turnover. Hell, they gave us 5 of them today. We up here trying to act like we Jayden Daniels. We are not that calm. Listen, they went out there and took their heart. I'm going to just be honest with you. They went out there playing against a team that was supposed to be way better than them, supposed to be more physical than them, and they took their heart. That's what you do. When you go out there, you don't make mistakes, and they do, you're going to take their heart.
Hey, man, I can't say it no better than what B-Mitch just talked about. I think defensively, that was going to be the test. That was going to be the key for us to go out there and try to win a couple of those downs, whether it be a turnover here or there or just, put them behind the chains enough. And we did that. We did just that on both sides. I mean, we made sure we stayed ahead of the chains and made sure they was behind the chains. So it was a great play by Quan Martin to get things rolling, and it was like an avalanche after that.
And for the stats people, don't look at the final stats on their side and say anything. They were down by 3 scores. And we played prevent and allowed them to do some things to let the clock run off. When you saw every time we got the football, Jayden and that offense did what they're supposed to do. And quickly, the defense gave it back to us. Listen, this has been a total team effort. Special teams. We missed a field goal, but you saw them, they were kicking the ball short and not allowing them to get to the 30, not allowing them to get to the 20. That was a total team effort. I said my prayers earlier this morning was God let them play a good game.
That's
all-around game, and they did exactly that. And you know what? Everybody in D.C., lose your mind for your team because they're bringing it like we want to see it.
Amen. God is good. And somebody else that's good is JD5. Let's send it over to his presser after a big win out here in Detroit.
Feels good. It's a real moment just for, Washington. All right, here we go. Feels good. It's a real moment just for, Washington fan base, whole DMV. It's just an awesome feeling. I don't focus on anything like that. It was a very electrifying fan base game, atmosphere. So, I was excited playing it, but you can't let the outside distractions, distract you from what the main goal is, and that's to win. Yeah, handle their blitz, know where your man beaters are, be man-to-man coverage. We did that, and that's kudos to them. That's a phenomenal team over there. Well coached, fight hard. So it was a tough fight and a challenge for us. I always believe that we could achieve more than what people give us credit for. But you got to go out there, put in the work. You got to go out there, work daily, get better each and every day, and just put your head down and grind. And by the end of the time of the season, you look up and you might be in a position like this. Play lights out. They got us the ball back. Made plays when the plays needed to be made. I'm happy for Mikey. Obviously 2 picks in the playoff game, a game like this. Obviously coming back to Michigan, especially him us being the same draft class. I'm just so excited for him. But the whole defense, they played lights out. They made plays and got turnovers.
How long was that second quarter? 42 points between the two teams, most in NFL playoff history.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to put up points. That's a very explosive offense over there with a lot of great players. And, we knew we had to go out there and put up points. You got to sustain drives to keep drives going. We knew with the firepower they had on the other side of the ball, so we didn't want to give them the ball back.
How refreshing was it to end the game kneeling instead of in dramatic fashion?
It was awesome. Just be able to go out there and in victory formation, the best formation of football.
Best game for Brian Robinson how important was it to get that version of the run?
Yeah, ran hard, got behind his pads, got him downhill. O-line did a phenomenal job of staying on blocks and getting up to double teams and stuff like that. So, all around good game for the offense, the whole team. But, we got more to go out there and accomplish. We got to get better next week.
Hey, Jayden, when you think about your approach to the playoff games versus every other game, have you changed anything or how do you go?
Not at all. Not at all. Stay the same. Obviously, media, everybody's going to put more magnitude on the games because it's win or go home. You'll have another game the next week if you lose. But you got to go out there and stay consistent.
Jayden, it was very loud in there. How nice was it the second half when that very quiet?
I didn't even notice it, honestly. The crowd came out and, they're very hyped. But I wasn't even focused on the crowd noise. I was going out there and focusing on my 1 and 11th.
How key were the 4-time conversions for you guys? Do you think they got rattled, thrown on the field?
Very, very key. Like I said, there's a lot of firepower and a great offense on the other side of the ball, so we didn't want to give them the ball back. And I don't know. That's something they communicated. We can only focus on and control what we can control.
What can you say about DeAndre Brown in the last 2 weeks, but also the one deep ball you had to do was just let him out there.
Yeah, man, he puts in the work. And, when their opportunity, their name is called, they got to go out there and make plays, and I trust them to make plays. Yeah, they brought a nickel blitz, branch blitz, so had a relief throw out there to Terry, and he did the rest.
Your comments on Trent Scott having come in?
Yeah, Trent did his job, but that's the credit to the O-line room and Bobby and all those guys is having everybody prepared. I love my team. I'm confident in my team, so we'll roll with the next game, and we'll focus on that opponent. Thank y'all.
What a game for our rookie quarterback. Now it's time for your fast play of the game, brought to you by Maryland Lottery. please play responsibly. And this fast play is no other than Terry McLaurin's touchdown run. We knew the boy had hands. We knew that boy was quick. But, man, that is some breakaway speed right there, Tanner.
And he tapped into his tennis shoes, man. He said, you know what, I seen Tanner run back a couple of these slip screens. Let me go get me one. But I'm going to do it in the playoffs. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, big ups to 1-7, man. He just keep getting better.
What he did in that whole play was a coaching.
Yeah.
He caught the ball, put two hands on the ball as he split the two defenders. And he ran away from the defender. And as he go to try to hit his leg, he picked him up
Picked
like
them
that.
things up.
And he went on to the end zone. We had said earlier this year.
Stop picking them legs up. Yeah.
He picked those legs up, got in the end zone. And for everybody out there that want to say he's not a real number one,
come on.
shut the hell up. He is a number one.
Forget about it.
What, 15 touchdowns.
What up, though?
You know, 15?
What up, though?
15 TDs, man. You got to listen. Love this football team,
Yeah, man.
Because we saw a team come together, multiple pieces, all stages.
Yeah.
And everybody came together. Listen, man, from Josh on down, everybody's on one accord, and that's how you win football games.
4 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown for 1-7, Terry McLaurin. And you know what? Let's hear from Terry during his post-game presser.
Man, jubilation. You know, we knew it wasn't going to be easy playing, the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they were the number 1 team pretty much the whole year, and they were coming off a bye week, and we were playing on a short week. But the mantra, anybody, anywhere, anytime, that was today. And, they made a lot of plays, and I'm just so proud of this team for us to come out the way we did, play complimentary football, defense with 5 turnovers. The run game was alive and well through B-Rob, Eck, J-Mac. We lose Sam, which is a big blow for us, and Trent steps up. And the O-line did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage. They gave Jayden all day to throw. And we knew they were going to come out in man. And our receivers, we like that, And the big plays were there for us, and in got-to-have-it situations we came through. So we're extremely excited for this win, but we're not done yet. We're not satisfied. But we're definitely going to enjoy this one, get a good day off tomorrow, and get ready for whoever we play next week. Yeah, that was a formation we were having success in, even running the ball, and we knew if they were light on the outside, we had a chance to throw that screen out there. So shout out to the receivers who were out there blocking, man. That's something that's been big in our room. We've improved so much run blocking this season, blocking for one another, blocking down the field for the running backs. And as you can see, when everybody does their job, we have chance to make big plays. So, Jayden threw the ball out there. I had great blocks, and we talk about all the time running through the smoke. When you got that little opening, just hit the crease, and I tried to hit it as fast as I could. And I've been working my butt off all year to try to get better at run after the catch, so it definitely showed up. Yeah. Sure. You never know what can happen in this league, to be honest. But when you have a group of guys who believe in one another, who are selfless, who form a brotherhood, a real brotherhood from the day we first got here all together with DQ, we got really close. And as you guys see, this is a group that will be in the locker room way past hours, just hanging and fellowshipping one another. And not only that, we take a lot of pride in the work that we put in on the football field each and every practice. We practice these moments. We practice for these situations and for them to show up, and we execute when we need it the most. That's what a team is all about. And it wasn't easy playing a team like that. Like I said, you got to give them credit. They're an extremely great team, well coached, very tough. But we believe in ourselves too. And when you put a group effort like that together, offense, defense, special teams, special things can happen. So, you never know what can happen, but the way that we've galvanized together, we went through adversity in the middle of the season, and we finished the season strong. It's unbelievable to be in this spot, and we're excited. Yeah, he's poised. This is what he does, and first and foremost, he's an unbelievable person. He's led by the Lord, and he's so humble. And he works his tail off each and every day. He loves to win, and he's one of the most competitive people I've played with, and he's a rookie. And so, we trust the ball in his hands. He does a great job making great decisions with his arms, with his legs if need be. And, nothing surprises me with him, honestly, nowadays. And, we're going to have some room to get better this week, but for him to come out in this hostile environment and put on that kind of performance, it says a lot about him, the person and the player, and the best is still yet to come for him. Mm-hmm. Sure. Honestly, that's been one of our strengths all year. I think talking to you guys earlier this week, that was going to be one of the keys to the game. That's been one of our keys all season for our offense, to stay on the field, stay locked in, and continue to put their defense, any defense we play, on their heels. And if we can convert third downs, fourth and shorts, we like our chances to score the football. And it helps when our defense gets 5 turnovers, because when we missed the one early, we didn't flinch, and we came back and responded. And so that's the mark of a great team. And DQ has been aggressive all season. Our offense has been aggressive all season. We trust ourselves in these moments. And if we fall short, we know the defense got our back like they did tonight. So it's just great to have that in our pocket and that confidence in this group that we have. Obviously there's a learning curve in the NFL over the first few games, and even with those 2 games, he showed a lot of improvement game to game, week to week, and I think that week 3 game against the Bengals really stands out because Monday Night Football, the lights are bright. At the time, the Bengals really needed a win, and for us to execute that was it 3rd down or 4th down, a 0 blitz, and he takes a shot and just throws an absolute dime to me in the corner of the end zone. You see it in practice all the time, but you see him doing the biggest moments and not flinch. I think that's when everybody knew that he was ready for these moments. And we knew what we had when he got here, his competitiveness, his humbleness, and the way he works. But the best is yet to come for him. Like I said, when you're such a great person like that, you believe in the Lord and you just work your tail off. His charismatic personality really bleeds off to all of us, and we're happy to have him as a teammate. And he's embraced us, and we've embraced him. And like I said, the best is yet to come for him in his career. Listen, I'm trying not to get choked up. Dang, I didn't know I was going to get choked up about him, but I've seen how hard he's worked since he's gotten here, and he's grown up so much as a player and a man. And him and I have gotten a lot closer over his career, and to see him take advantage of the opportunity that's before him, I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy to see what God's doing in his life, the way he's just grown and matured as a person off the field, and you can see the way that his habits have continued to get better to be the receiver that you guys see today. And it didn't happen overnight, and it wasn't an easy journey for him. But at some point I knew going into this season, that he was going to have to step up. And when Noah went down, that was really tough for our offense. But when he stepped up the way he's been stepping up, especially in the playoffs, I told him the sky's the limit for him. He needs to continue to stay humble, continue to work the way he's working. And, the Lord's going to fight his battle. So you don't have to worry about when people are talking down on you, not believing in you. As long as you believe in yourself and you got a group of people and support around you who believe in you, that's all that matters. And so I'm grinning ear to ear, honestly. I'm so happy for him. When you got another guy on the opposite side of you who can win one-on-ones, especially against a team with man, that's huge for your offense, very huge. And so he got his opportunities tonight, and the way he bounced back after a tough PBU, that's a sign of a really good player. And I'm just seeing his trajectory continue to go up and up, and I'm here to support him any way that I can. But if we want to continue to have success, especially in our room, we're going to need him to continue to play big like he is. So extremely happy for him, what God's doing in his life, and just proof. The proof is there to, if you continue to work hard, stay humble, that anything can happen. And so, I'm so happy for him. He deserves this. We deserve this. And, our entire receiver group, man, we don't care who gets the credit, but to see guys continue to step up, get their moments, as a leader in that room, I'm so happy for him. Awesome. Thank you, I appreciate you guys.
That was your wide receiver number 1, Terry McLaurin. Now we got to go to break real quick, but when we come back, we'll be talking more about this big win in Detroit, baby. It's Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Is my head really that shape? Probably just impressionism. Wait, is he a genius? Should we start saving for our school?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
Breaking news and a surprise contender in the marathon.
Yes, Rachel, someone has caught up to the front. He's carrying a fridge.
Something remarkable has just happened. Talk about keeping your eye on the ball. What's happening courtside?
From half court, he got it!
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Over to baseball. Bridgman's gonna win.
There's no way. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Driving the Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive is like the best seat in the house. See why it's been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 4 years in a row. Drive the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks today.
Get 4.49% financing for 60 months on Kicks, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
It was like the entire team at Northwest Federal Credit Union was invested in my future and the success of this business. When I tell you I'm a loyal client, it doesn't even begin to say it.
Love this? Then you'll really like this. Because it leads to this. While this leads to this. This and this. 100% verified NFL tickets only from Ticketmaster. Take it to the house every time. Ticketmaster, official marketplace of the NFL.
You know, in my lifetime, I've been knocked around a few times. No matter how many times you get knocked down, hell, you got to get up off the turf. Back pain, knee pain, you name it, I had it. But when I walked into the Good Feet store and got fitted for arch support, I feel so much better. Very little pain in my back. I feel no pain in my knee. It is nothing like it. No matter who you are, whatever position you hold, in some way, we can help somebody. And that's what the Good Feet store does. They help you keep going with life.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold. Just one more night, and I'm coming on this long and winding road. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
There's no place like the road home. Receive a $5,500 bonus on a new 2024 Audi Q5 plug-in hybrid during the Season of Audi sales event.
It's a great feeling, honestly. You know, after everything we went through, all the ups and downs, you know, it's a blessing to be here in this spot. You know, obviously, an opportunity nobody wants to take for granted, and I'm just so excited for not only myself but my team, especially the guys that's been here for the last couple of years, that's, you know, been on a not so good team, and just to experience this, it's an amazing feeling.
Why do you think this team is better?
We've just been connecting and bonding and just coming together and just trying to find a way to win. You know, everything that it takes to win by any means possible, you know, that's what we do. You know, I just feel like this team has, you know, just came together tremendously within this year. A band of brothers for sure that definitely ready to go to war for each other.
When did you think that Jayden really helped us with the playoffs? Or was there a point where you
I knew Jay was ready, you know, day one. You know, since the time he stepped out on the field and you know, took the lead as the quarterback. You know, I knew he was ready. You know, not only for, you know, everything, all the great stuff he's done this year, but, you know, to have himself prepare for the playoffs and, you know, the big time moments, and there's no doubt, that he was going to be ready, after just seeing him prepare all year.
What was the big difference for you guys in the run game?
Trusting it, staying consistent, getting downhill, staying efficient with the run game, that obviously, helps our unit, gain the confidence that we need to, stick with it. And I feel like, we did a great job of just trusting it and sticking with it. Got to block the noise out, focus on what's in the huddle. Just listen, try your best to listen to what's in the huddle and block out all the outside noise. And we did a great job of doing that. The noise definitely wasn't a factor today. We didn't let that affect us. At no point did we let their crowd, affect us. So, that just goes to show you, how this team fights. Fights through adversity. Fights through, anything we up against.
Is there some satisfaction quieting a crowd that is that loud?
Yeah, I love it, man, because, you think about it, they're extremely loud from the time the offense steps on the field. And then as soon as, the offense starts making plays and score a touchdown, you can hear a pin drop in the whole stadium. So I just wanted to, see if, that was going to be as loud as they were when we first came on the field. Just a little miscommunication. It was several things that we could have done, at that moment, and we just weren't on the same page, and we weren't decisive with what we tried to do, and that's on us. We know exactly what we got to do to be better in those situations, and we will. I mean, it obviously feels good, to get back in rhythm, after, not having many explosive plays, recently. But always trusting my abilities, trusting what I can do in the run game, all the time. And at any given moment, it's going to crack, it's going to pop for, 15, 20, 30, 40. I'm always ready for those moments in the game.
Welcome back into Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. Your final score, 45-31. Your Commanders get the win. Now, it's time for your Toast of the Town, presented by what, B?
La Chemin du Roi.
Champagne and Branson Cognac, the official champagne and cognac of the Washington Commanders. I want some right now. Somebody that didn't need no cognac at all was Brian Robinson Jr. We said he was going to come back big, and he did a 2-touchdown performance for Brian Robinson Jr., fellas. How great was it to see him get them legs back under him and get that confidence up?
I think it was great for the offense to get the running game back because you saw some push from the offensive line. And when B-Rob get a chance to get started, he's strong enough to go through it. And Austin Eckler came in the game and did the exact same thing. O-line, we got to say kudos to them. And then those running backs hit the holes hard and ran like it's supposed to.
Well, I said coming into this game, it probably is going to be one of those situations where we get ourselves going a little bit more because they have to pay attention to Jayden Daniels. They know every now and then he might pull that ball out of there and do his thing. So I think our defense or their defense was set up just saying, hey, we have to play it safe. We're going to have to let one of these guys get off. And they tried to let these guys do what they do, but hey, they let us. No, we went out there and outwilled them.
16 carries for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns for Brian Robinson Jr. A huge game for him and our entire offense. Now, let's hear from our fearless leader, head coach Dan Quinn, during his post-game presser.
Coming in, we knew this was going to be an absolute battle. This is a really talented team. Dan and their staff and Brad and everybody here has put together a fantastic team. So tonight, I thought the story of the game was the ball and the turnover margin. And for us to have a real shot at this thing, we'd have to knock out a few. And so to finish plus in that was, big for us. The time of possession, obviously, is a result of, some of the third downs that got converted. And I thought down in the red zone, that was the name of the game. And we knew this was a really talented team. We'd have to come fight and have to be very specific about how we'd have to go win it. And, fortunately for us, the ball was the deciding factor.
I've seen it so many times, but on this stage, to see Jayden Daniels, as calm as it's an exhibition game,
He just has a different poise about him than most, and he's a rare competitor. There's no doubt about that. But in those moments, if he was a basketball player, he'd want the last shot. As a ball player, he wants the ball in his hands to make the difference, and he makes great decisions with the football. And that takes real mindfulness. Sometimes the best play may be, hey, I got to throw this away. He uses his legs. But he is a rare competitor for us. But his poise in these tight moments really stands out to us. Yeah, we knew they had explosive players at a number of spots, and they made some plays, which we expected that to be. But the ball would be the difference in this game. And so for us to come out in the plus in the turnover margin, that was a big deal, knowing all the way through a lot of explosive players at different spots, and they made their plays. There's no doubt about that. But at the end, I thought the ball was the deciding factor. There was a number of big plays. Going through it, I'll have to go back and look at the film and see. But Mike's somebody that, he's hard to fool. He's got, much like Jayden, a little bit of an older soul about him. He takes to coaching quickly. He doesn't repeat mistakes. And so for him, the opportunities when it comes to go nail it, he delivered on that. Yeah, our entire run game has been struggling, honestly, and it's something that we take great pride in. We know how important it is for us to have that balance. And so tonight we thought, I felt early, Brian, the pad level, the explosiveness of finishing runs, and all three backs. I think J-Mac had one that was a touchdown. Thought Austin had some explosive runs to go. So all three of those guys, that was a big deal for us. We've been wanting more out of that, as an entire group. And so it was good to see that happen tonight. Yes. Yeah, this was a really tuned-up crowd. I mean, it was electric, as you can imagine. We felt it the whole way. We tried to simulate it as best we could back home, but there was nothing like the energy that was brought in with the crowd tonight. But we do have a lot of poise with the group, and so Trent's had to step into different spots before, and that was no different tonight. We're really bummed on Sam, and that's a big loss for us. But it does not surprise me when other guys step into that space. And Trent was the latest to do that tonight. You know what? I'll leave all the memories for the postseason. For us, it was honestly just into this game. And that's all there was, and that'll be the same this week. So there'll be a time to look back and reflect, but I'm not there yet. And it's just a matter of, can we put everything we can, and what do we have to do to win this week? And so the complementary football was what we talked about, step by step. Hey, this is how we have to go to win this team. We're going to have to win in the turnover margin. We're going to have to be really good in the red zone. We're going to be bold enough to go for it on some fourth downs. And so that's really where the game plan was. And so I don't have any time to look back or look ahead. It's honestly just this group into this way. How do we win this game? All right. Safe trip back, everybody. Thank you.
It's time for your post-game delivery presented by Paisanos. Since your Commanders won today, make sure you visit your local Paisanos tomorrow, where you'll receive 40% off all menu items. Tanner, get that 40% off on your pizza. Welcome to get somebody that always delivers, Logan Paulson.
LP.
Logan, man. You was here on this sideline, LP. You was out here, man. What?
Do you believe this, LP?
This is crazy.
So it was such an interesting being down here, because in the first half it's crazy. One of the craziest environments I've been a part of, and then all of a sudden the second half it's a little flat. Kind of felt like, oh no, is this going to be enough? And then they kind of just slogged away at it, and it was just to see the emotional maturity of the team, right? I think was something that I was not expecting. I know they're good. I know they're good in clutch moments, but to have a lead at halftime versus the number one seed, and then to finish it. That takes a different type of composition than we've seen from them recently.
When you saw how quick they was able to score offensively, how they moved the ball. At one point they had the ball and it was like
3 plays.
3 plays, first down, then touchdown. what was going through your head just saying to yourself, like, what do we have to do? I knew you were sitting there saying to yourself, our offense got to come with it.
Yeah, so I think that was it. The offense had to come with it. And I think also defensively, like the thing about Jowett Jr. and this defense, what they've done a great job the whole year is they've been opportunistic, whether it's third down, whether it's creating turnovers. And tonight was a great opportunity for turnovers. Loving Mike Sanders still, all the plays that he made on the football was fantastic. But again, the offense had to come back and respond. And so I was a little nervous when they came out at halftime and had the 3 and out. I was like, oh no, they've lost the mojo, they lost the juju. But again, Cliff, man, had such a beautiful game plan. They like to blitz a lot. Aaron Glenn likes to blitz a ton on defense. We're going to get in wide splits, spread everything out. You can't hide it. Jayden Daniels at the line of scrimmage was masterful. You know, that's one of the benefits of watching the game down here is watching him check the stuff, watching him read stuff, watching him making those adjustments at the line. And I thought he's got all the answers to the test. And when he's seeing it that way, I mean, there's not a better quarterback in the NFL, quite frankly. And I'm not being hyperbolic. You know me, Tan. I'm never going to be over. I'm never going to overstate something. Like, he was awesome tonight.
He was the coolest dude on that field. And he wasn't the oldest. And I think that's something we have to look at. I look at him and Mikey Sanders because I'm looking at future. Okay, Bobby Wagner is unbelievable. But those two guys since the beginning has always been ahead of what they're supposed to be. And tonight, Mikey set up.
That was incredible.
He set up a golf. He basically was there right there with him, and he let Williams go, and he just cut right under. You know, when you have that type of ability on both sides of the football from young guys, learning from guys like the Wagners and the Louvuls, we got something special here, man. And those guys don't get rattled by anything.
And I think the other thing is when you look at the offense, like how many people stepped up today, right? How many people got? How many people made plays? Right?
Yami made plays to Amon Ra.
Did a great job, and I love Smith steps up playing guard, did a great job there. McNichols scores a touchdown. Zach Ertz with a bunch of critical 4th and 3rd down conversions. It just came from everywhere, and so when you've got a team that's built that way, just so hard to stop. There's no egos. It's just dudes making plays, and it was a really special night offensively for this group, and again defensively making those plays. You don't want to undersell that.
That's a football team that is well coached, and they know that their coach give a damn about it. Because you know how guys respond to a coach that cares and a coach that doesn't. You know, if the coach try to act like everything that happens wrong is a team and everything happens good is him, he gonna have a problem. Dan is not like that. He makes sure these guys understand he loves them, and they go out there and they respond by giving them what they gave him tonight.
Real quick, in the post-game interviews, ask everybody, what it took to get here, and everyone says, man, the coaches put us in good positions to be successful, and that was almost to a man.
You can tell.
And again, that speaks to what you're talking about, B, and it speaks to the staff. And again, think about this, what was that, 4 months ago when they brought everybody in? And to see it come together this way is extremely special.
Let me ask you a question. I played. You feel better tonight than you felt when you played.
Dude, this is one of the best feelings I've ever had.
I just told you, I ain't been this far. I've been to this game, but I haven't went past it. So
I went far, and I still feel like a kid in the candy store.
It's incredible because it's just so hard, to articulate how hard it is to get here. It just and to beat a team like Detroit that's battle hardened, well seasoned. It just it defies expectation.
And Logan, before you got on, man, we got to show Brian Robinson Jr. love, man. He got in the end zone 2 times. We were talking about getting that running game going more. What went right tonight?
So for me, it was really Cliff did a great job. I think when you watch film leading into the game, watch the Buffalo game specifically, like when you got in certain formations, like 3-by-1, the tight end nub, they kind of would walk people out and they'd give you really favorable numbers in the box. And I thought Cliff did a great job getting into those looks, getting into light boxes, and then running the football effectively. Because, again, one of the things we've had a hard time with is running against heavy boxes. And I don't care how good you are in the NFL, you're going to have a hard time with that. But we're able to find good matchups for our offensive line, find ways to create angles in the run game. And B-Rob, again, was able to exploit that when he's got a little bit of air. So, everyone's going to be on B-Rob, but it was a good play calling night, good offensive line night, and everybody kind of supported that rushing attack. So it was really nice to see B-Rob have such a big game in a game like this.
What a game, what a night, what a moment. Shout out to Logan Paulson for joining us. Always great analysis. Now we got to go to break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the road ahead and looking at what's next for our Washington Commanders. We ain't done yet, baby. We ain't done.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Play Monopoly Scratcher games from the DC Lottery today.
It was like the entire team at Northwest Federal Credit Union was invested in my future and the success of this business. When I tell you I'm a loyal client, it doesn't even begin to say it.
Driving the Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive is like the best seat in the house. See why it's been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 4 years in a row. Drive the all-new reimagined Nissan Kicks today.
Get 4.49% financing for 60 months on Kicks, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
Hold on. New Bet365 customers get how much? That can't be right.
It's true. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you bet $5. You could spend them on bets like the spread, totals, run line, and player props.
Well, there you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Guaranteed. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
It might be an 11. Maybe a 9. It could be 13's time. Or 5. With new Cash Pop from the Maryland Lottery, a winning number is drawn 4 times a day. Just pick a number from 1 to 15 for a chance to win cash, like the $2,500 top prize. Woo! Cash Pop. Cash Pop. Put a little pop in your day.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Jeremy, you shocked the world today. How'd you guys get that done?
Just belief, man. Just grit, belief. You know, we came in here just knowing it was about us, and whatever it took, man, and we got it done.
Dude, and you've been a fantastic role player for this team throughout the year, scoring a touchdown in this game, one of the biggest moments of the year. Walk us through the play.
I just seen, man, we was down there at the goal line, man, and I just seen the end zone. I'm like, I got to get in the end zone in this game for my team, man, to get to the next round.
Congratulations, brother.
Appreciate you.
Welcome back into Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. Now, here's a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And fellas, we're moving on to the NFC Championship. Woo! We will be playing the winners of the Philadelphia Eagles and the L.A. Rams. Fellas, let's talk about both.
Yeah.
Say the L.A. Rams get the win. What are you expecting to see from our Washington Commanders when they head to the West Coast to take on the Rams?
You know what? I don't care who gets the win because I don't think it's worried about those football teams.
Yeah.
It's about this football team. Because if this football team plays the way they're capable of playing, they could beat anybody.
Yeah.
They could play with anybody. So I don't care if we get on the airplane and fly out west and we got to go up 95 to Philadelphia. I want to see this football team play their best game, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I have to piggyback off of that with, what B. Mitch just spoke on. I think when you get into the postseason, who cares? I mean, at the end of the day, you got one shot. Every time you step on that field, you got one shot. When you win that win, you move on, you got another shot. So this team has shown you time and time again. You saw how we got into the postseason. You saw how critical it was each and every game, those last minutes of the game. So they battle tested. They ready. They ready to finish the fight. And that's what Coach Quinn always talking about, finishing the fight. So I don't really care who we face.
What did Eminem ask? If you had one shot.
Just one shot, one moment, baby.
You only get one chance.
Mom spaghetti.
And I sure wish I could sing the whole song. You know what I'm talking about. Put on Eminem. We got one shot to go out there and do something. And I feel, like I told y'all this morning, felt kind of good.
Amen to that.
And I still feel good because this team has thoroughly impressed me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not one to give a lot of compliments because I think people got to earn it. Yeah, they earned it.
They deserve it.
They've earned it up to this point. All year they've done something more every week.
Yeah.
And hell, I'm not going to jump off the bandwagon now. And don't tell me anything about, man, he was going for all those 4th down. We've been like that all year. We got to stay aggressive and try to get what we want. Grab it by the neck and just choke it. We got to go out there and get it.
We good, we confident, and we not nervous. But a team that should be nervous is the Philadelphia Eagles because we've already shown the ability to beat that team. Where's the confidence in that locker room right now, knowing that you can see a team that you're very familiar with, but you also got to win over?
Well, I don't think they even really worry about what the team is. You know, we just spoke about it. It's about them. And Quinn has been saying it from day one. You know, we saw them have, lapses here and there where they, we won that skid. And he kept saying it's about us. We went on that skid because of it. Wasn't nothing that the other teams did to us. It was all us. And so when you saw this team turn the corner and get over that, it's been about them each and every week, but it's been about them from day one. So this team could focus on whoever it is. I mean, if it's Philly, yeah, they're in our division. We done seen them twice already. They got us once, we got them once. This will be the tiebreaker. But if it's not them, if it's the Rams, they haven't seen us yet. And we know they flying high, and we're flying high. So anything can go.
You saw a little part tonight. Barry Sanders went on the field and he held the towel. It said, we want more.
Yeah.
We didn't say exactly that sentence, but I think that's what we preached all year. We didn't just want to go out there and win some games. We didn't just want to get in the playoffs. We wanted to make a statement and say, you know what, we're new now. We got something different going on here. And I think this team is not happy with going to the NFC Championship. They want more.
Yeah.
Okay? You're sitting right now at 14-5. Why not go and get 2 more? Finish this thing 16-5. Bring home my damn trophy.
Why not us, Tan? I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps right now. There's nothing more that needs to be said for Santana Moss, Brian Mitchell, Logan Paulson, and Brian Colbert. This is Command Center Postgame Live presented by Nissan. We got content for you all week on the Commanders YouTube page. You will not miss us for a second because we there every day of the week. Until next game, baby.
Rev T.
We out.
Why not us, baby?
Yeah.
Peace.
Three things, man. First one's this. Ball is life, man. Plus 5 tonight. Talked about being heavy hitters, and you're for damn sure some heavy hitters now. From the first day we got together, it's on our wall. Anybody, anywhere, anybody. All right, good luck, you guys. Let's find out where it is tomorrow. Take our show back on the road. Yes, sir.